Hello, my name is Ben S. Highland and I am the winner of the LaCie PushPlay 2017 filmmaking competition. I'm on my way into central London right now to have a 2-day mentoring with Oscar-winning DP Michael Palladimos. So very exciting. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I've just arrived in Soho and the first stop for the day is the offices of Jigsaw 24 because they are the company that are supplying the prizes. I'm going to go and meet a representative from LaCie, so this is the first stop.
So Ben, tell us about your winning film, 88.
It's about the relationship between two men that come together at the site of a hit and run. Two fathers discussing what's happened before they arrive there. It's a 5-minute film, it's really bite-sized. Hopefully it kind of packs a punch and then just gets out and leaves you thinking and leaves more questions, I think, than answers. I've got a nice new camera, sound gear, hard drives for data storage and also for on set, a nice quick computer so that post-production process will go a lot quicker. Nothing more I need. I've even got a drone when I want to be fancy. So everything that I have here is kind of geared towards waking up in the morning and making a film if I so wish. So that's fantastic. Okay, so we've just left Jigsaw 24 and we're walking to Glassworks to meet Michael to go and play around in the grading suite. So yeah, off we go.
We're at Glassworks today, getting ready for a grading session with Daniel DeVue, and we're waiting for Ben Highland to come through. What I'm hoping is to show Ben how much grading isn't an overwhelming process and you don't necessarily need to know all the crazy technical stuff, and seeing just what's possible really in a grade and how much they can push your film in the right direction visually and help the story go even further. Are these rooms balanced for commercials?
This room is balanced for commercial and TV.
So we didn't have a grader. So we literally just cut it, went, let's put a LUT on it quick, let's make this not so flat, bang, and submit onto video, and that was it.
It gets kind of like yellow, a little bit yellow. It's a look, but
Are you looking at his forehead or the sky?
This bright.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go through what I see.
Selected only things not on color in this case, as opposed to like what we did with the red dress. It's more based on like brightness.
Yeah. So I've just come out of the grade here, working with Daniel the grader, and a lot of the tech stuff kind of goes over my head to an extent, but I think what I've really learned today is, communicating in kind of a common language, which is how to tell the story and how a story's going to make you feel, and let the expert then translate that and when they're putting a grade onto a film.
So the LaCie PushPlay short film competition was something that we put together as a way to engage with the filmmaking community, specifically the emerging filmmaking community, indie filmmakers, to give them a platform, an opportunity to showcase the great work that they're producing, and also to win equipment that would help them to take their careers to the next level.
So we're here at Panavision and we're ready to head into the kit room with Ben, where George is going to show us all the kit that's available.
Welcome to Panavision. We've got quite a spread for you today. You guys can start off with some modern spherical lenses that we've got in the Primos. Then we've got some Panavision vintage lenses with some particularly rare ones. This one's the P Vintage 50 T1. There's only 4 of those in the world. Then we've got a bit more artistic, funky lenses with some portrait stuff so you can compare and contrast between all of them. And then we've got 2 really good examples of anamorphic lenses for you to compare against the whole lot. So
Great, thanks
you've got a
very
lot on
much.
your plate.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, George.
No worries.
What we want to do today is basically look at the main categories of lenses. You get anamorphic, you get spherical, and then generally they fall into categories of vintage or modern. And I feel they really bring a different aesthetic to the table that perhaps isn't suitable for all stories. So I think it's important to know just roughly what each one can do and if it serves your story better. So you see, the Super 35 used a crop of like 1, 2, 3 holes, whereas this one managed to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 holes. So it's a 3 perf versus 4 perf, as they call it. So that's that, and that's what the filter does. So look at the skin on his forehead. So that's without, and that's with. It softens it. So that's why you use these a lot for beauty work.
Yeah. The last 2 days, not only has it been fantastic learning from Michael and getting his expertise one-on-one, but also gaining access to Glassworks and Panavision. It's not something that I, as an independent filmmaker, have access to for every film. I'd like to thank LaCie, Jigsaw 24, Glassworks, Panavision, and of course Michael for all his help over the last couple of days.